Hello, this is the TradeSite U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Thursday the 29th and Friday the 30th of November 2018. As usual, we don't typically do market previews for Friday because it's the end of the week. Everything's played out for the week at that point in time. Friday, this time, will probably not be an exception just because it's the end of the month, so the statements are going to print, which means the big boys are going to walk away. And we've had kind of a light week just because we're coming off of Thanksgiving. Never really picked up the way that you usually expect it to. I think next week will be better just because December kicks in, and we still got 3 solid weeks of trading before Christmas hits, and then we got a week off, basically. Here's a look at the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market and futures form. Broke through the 10-day moving average. We'll look at what that means to everything, and the Nasdaq was up big for the session, so we've got kind of a double bottom in place. The problem with the double bottom is that you're supposed to break the lows of the first bottom for the second bottom, but we'll see what happens here. Crude oil, new closing low for the year, down $1.25 to $50.31. That's good for prices at the pump, obviously. Gold up $7.77. 70 cents. That's still a blip there. The S&P cash index gained 61.62. Back up. Now it's green for the year. Remember, we closed in December last year just around this range. So we're slightly green for the year, but overall, not a big deal. Nasdaq 100 up 212. It's a big day up for the Nasdaq, but just recovering off the lows. This looks more like a double bottom than the other one, although we never got a VIX extreme reading. The SOX up 27.37. The biotech's up 91.69. All of these just recovering off the lows. Russell 2000 up 37.52. The VIX down 53 cents to 18.49. The trend closes at a real low. I think this is one of the lowest of the year, 0.47. By the way, that takes the 10-day moving average down to 0.90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So again, remember what started this all was about back in September. We had a couple days where the 10-day moving average of the trend closed under 0.85. That was the top of the market. That's a signal for the top of the market. We're heading back that way now. It's going to be hard to get that number, but we'll see what happens. We'll watch that 10-day moving average of the trend because a bounce or two and then a low trend reading could mean another sell signal on the broad market before we really recovered it all. Nasdaq volume 2.3 billion shares, better than Monday and Tuesday. Advanced decline ratio on the Nasdaq was plus 1689. Second best of the year and one of the best we've seen in a while. On the New York, plus 1765. Fourth best of the year. Google gains 39.51. But keep in mind, even with these good advanced decline ratios, we're still, a lot of these stocks are just scrambling off of the lows from the last 6 months. Apple up 670, another one in the same boat. Netflix up 1602. Amazon gains 96.33, doesn't really do much for us. Tesla up $3.95. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, actually lost 56 cents. Goldman Sachs up $4.70. Facebook up $1.76. Here's the 5-year minute chart of the ES. So gapped up, drifted lower, didn't quite fill the gaps, then started to drift back. Coming into lunch, it was dead flat. Some news popped the market through, and then dead flat for another hour, and then there was like this drift up in the afternoon. Nasdaq side, almost a mirror of that. Neither side filled the gaps, so just be aware that we have gaps to fill both sides from below. All right, in terms of economic data, remember, we still have 2 days left in the week, so here's what we got. Core PCE price index, personal income and spending, weekly initial and continuing jobless claims numbers at 8:30 a.m. on Thursday, pending home sales at 10, natty gas at 10:30. We got the minutes from the last Fed meeting at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. On Friday, we've got the Chicago PMI at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time, and then we move into next week. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple of weeks. Have a great trading